interestingly, if you have two quarks that are next to each other and they make part of an atom, if you take the spin of one that's up and you change it to down, you take the other one that's down, you change it to up, they're related in that way. So if I change one, the other one will automatically change because they have to. It's kind of like a magnet. Picture a magnet, right? The poles, they go back and forth. And so those two quarks are entangled, meaning they're kind of linked by some way. And when they're next to each other, it makes sense. You can take a magnet and you can feel a magnet kind of pushing and pulling depending where you have the poles. What I think is really interesting about this, there's something, so that's entanglement. The two quarks are entangled with each other. There's another thing called non-locality, meaning not local, non-local. And so non-locality means that if I were to separate those two quarks that are entangled and separate them really far away, so far away that there's no way that any sort of electromagnetic effect can change them. If I change one quark to the other spin, the other one will change too, to the opposite spin. So that entanglement is preserved. But they seem to be communicating in a way that we do not know, and that's called non-locality. And it's another very peculiar characteristic and feature of the subatomic world. And so non-locality and entanglement, you start thinking about it like, well, that's really weird. How do these things effectively talk or communicate to each other in a method that we don't know? And